Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is June 26th. June 26th, 2026. How about that? Hope the day is treating you kindly. Alright, well, gonna get some, tap in, get a new storyline for the day. What's happening with this circumstance here? See what's happening with our planetary circumstance, shall we? Alrighty then. Planetary circumstance for humanity. Planetary circumstance for humanity. Humanity has been seen as worthy of ascension. The illusions and the attempt to set them up for recycling purposes has failed. So what's happening for humanity here? What's going on in the new chapter? Let's see. Alrighty then, in the central energy, Nine of Cups. Ooh, happiness and pleasure. Somebody can't touch it. You're getting, your wishes are being granted. You've satisfied. I keep hearing these nasty jacks that want to snatch their energy source back. They keep complaining that she satisfied the requirements. So your wishes are being granted and they can't touch it. They're real mad. Your energy is very, very pure and their intention is to defile it. They're still shape-shifting, hiding around, but there's awareness now. So, in the challenge position, Eight of Cups, abandonment, letting go, something's being released. You're being detached or disconnected from something, or something is being detached and disconnected from you. It's like there's a parasitical presence within consciousness, and it's linked up with the AI tech scheme. In the subconscious, humanity. What's happening for humanity? Subconscious, Page of Pentacles. There could be an offer coming in. You're getting an opportunity due to your diligence. In the recent past, Tower, divine intervention. So there's divine intervention because of clarity, because of the truth being communicated by a Queen of Swords. Intentions and expectations. It came out, and typically I reach here and flip. Ew, we got the Emperor. So divine masculine. Divine intervention. Because of the truth being spoken by a Queen of Swords, we've got divine masculine here. In the near future, Ace of Swords, a breakthrough, clarity regarding truth. Could be some kind of a victory. Why was I doing that? I'm shaking something up. Shake it up, shake it up. The lens is being looked through. Justice. Due to a breakthrough, clarity, truth, we've got justice. You're honest. We got legal matters here because the truth is exposed. You're not out here lying or lying. The good, the bad, and the ugly is all that there's ever been. The 7 directions with their 4 aspects. You either know what they are inside of you or around you, or you don't. Die. So in the environment, you've got celebration. There's a completion. I heard a masculine say, could have been this emperor a couple days ago. Finish the job. So here in the environment, we've got completion. Could be a homecoming. Hopes and fears. Five of Swords. Competition. You might be concerned. Somebody might be concerned. Somebody may have been defeated. Outgoing energy. Six of Swords. Moving on. You're in that boat. And there's somebody else there too. They're exhausted. You're exhausted. You're ready to go. You're moving on. There's a masculine and a feminine in this boat. Leaving. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. King of Swords. So there's a tower due to what the Queen of Swords has stated. The Emperor is here with the Ace of Swords breaking through with justice, a homecoming, a completion of this stupid competition, which wasn't a competition. It was just a bunch of nasty jacks wanting to beat up women and claim they were conquerors of the sun, the celestial daughters. So you're releasing the baggage, and the Two of Cups is here, and the King of Swords knows the truth about it. Nine of Cups. Oh, let me say, sometimes these storylines get a little long. If you don't have time, you might want to just skip to the last hour or whatever. Because I just keep going round and round and round with each additional deck. So you won't miss much. So we got the Nine of Cups in the central energy, satisfaction. You have met all the requirements. You have satisfied those who make these decisions regarding offers and such. Your wishes are being granted. You're successful. Secret accounts. Somebody might be watching you from secret accounts. You know, and I don't know why I got this, but I was just thinking there might be actual secret accounts, like bank accounts, that you're not aware of. It just popped up. So in the challenge position, we've got Eight of Cups, letting go, detaching, releasing something, releasing the shady mask wearers. They could be watching you from secret accounts. Page of Pentacles is in the subconscious. You're manifesting something. You're stable. You're making a small offer. There's potential. Goodbye. Page of Pentacles is saying goodbye. You're ambitious. You're stable. You're saying goodbye. Maybe this emperor is saying goodbye. Somebody's saying goodbye. Somebody from a secret account. It could be a page from a secret account, a secret mask wearer spying on you, saying goodbye. Somebody might be taking an opportunity. We've got the Tower in the recent past because of something that the Queen of Swords has brought clarity to. Divine intervention. Wish. Fairness. Just be fair, man. Just be fair. Stop punching women in the face. Stop freaking sexualizing the babies, you know? Just stop, for Pete's sake. All right, so we got the Emperor here. Pop the question. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth. Near future. Victory. You're victorious over a jackass. Somebody's feeling like a jackass. You've broken through, you broke through, you've brought forth clarity and the truth about this jackass, this shady ass mask wearer, this immature brutalizer. Justice is here. Breakthrough. This Emperor is breaking through, dealing with this jackass. Carnage. Justice is being served. There are legalities because they kept ghosting divine feminines and then replacing them with the fake apples. I heard, so a couple of years ago, when I was still in the midst of hundreds of people raping my mind, I was praying like I had been. Damn. This is 2026 and it was 2024. And the beginning, I saw the words fed up. Fed, F-E-D, capital white letters, and then up right underneath that, very large. It was like white lightning, pissed off, fed up. Well, and then everybody started getting their ass kicked. Well, then just last night, I think I heard somebody say that they were fed up with this jackass demanding to be fed divine feminine sun energy. He's fed up with it. This jackass wants to consume the soul, the energy of divine feminines, and he's whining, pissing, and moaning because he can't go ghost somebody and wear their freaking identity. They're being released. The people that are wearing the identity of a sacrificed person or whatever, they're being released. They're spying on you from secret accounts. They're out there trying to say that there's false accusations and whatnot. Please, man. They're speaking truth. There's nothing false about it. Truth. And they're all like, be careful of what you say. You know, they're worried that you're going to say the wrong thing to somebody who has authority and that they're going to get in trouble. But the thing is that you don't play games. This isn't about trying to format an idea or a perception in the mind of somebody else. This is about presenting evidence or self authentically and transparently, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the beautiful, in all of their 9 directions. You know, you gotta freaking work it if you want to be what these shady mask wearers claim they want to be. You can't be that unless you're acknowledging the totality of what you are. So anyway, in the environment, we've got the 4 of Wands, celebration, homecoming. There's a completion. He said, we got to finish this job. Twin flames. Completion of the work for the twin flames. There's a coming home, and you've successfully. You're successfully victorious over whatever this conflict was or is. You still got some shady little forest rats running around trying to hide with their little word magic and their little mental hypnotic freaking suggestion stuff. They pretend to love, but they are filled with hate. They are here in relationship with their enemy, hoping to destroy them. And they use love and relationship and marrying into the clans that they wish to destroy. They pretend to be partner when they are assassin. You're leaving it behind, moving on, releasing it, letting it go. They're talking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All these masculines talk about is ghosting this divine feminine who's speaking truth. She's leaving it behind. She's releasing that baggage. She's letting it go. But they got these, she's letting she's letting it go. She's letting it go. She's moving on. The trickster illusionist is shocked. You're out of there. Sayonara. You're leaving. Shocking news for the trickster, phony fairy tale female and their cohort or whatever. Their little jackass. Yeah. You're getting a family. You're getting a new family. They see that you love and you're being accepted into a new family. You've got a new family. Because there's love in you. Big love. This emperor is popping the question. He sees the truth of you. Somebody is heartbroken over bumping heads with this divine feminine, with this crazy psycho. Somebody's heartbroken that they bumped heads with this divine feminine for a crazy freaking psycho, because you're turning your back on them and you're taking your light with you. So some crazy jackass was hired by this stupid idiot psycho and said, hey, go get a sexual union or a relationship or a marriage contract with this divine feminine, and then, do all the crazy shit they did, right? Well, oh freaking no. They're heartbroken now because divine feminine is turning her back. And she's woken to the truth. She has brought clarity to everyone. There's divine intervention because everyone can see the truth of, what they've been doing. And they're feeling like shit because they played games, backstabbed the person whose spiritual gifts were here to help them. They backstabbed you. They mind-effed you. They love-bombed you. They bumped heads, and then they assumed your identity. And now they're being let go. There's no forgiveness. It's like, just fuck all the way fucking off. Just get out. We're not doing business with our copycats anymore. Why? No. Yeah, it's too late, man. It's too late for the fake spiritual guides who were guiding people straight into the Satan's den. Dumbass. They're a thug who was mirroring others, and they're ashamed. Their girls are ashamed. They're ashamed. Side hustling the true divine feminine's energy for profit. They prostituted. Now they're running. They're running away from divine masculine. Oh, they're running away from divine masculine because Jezebel was using romance by consuming the queen bee and filling her up with this toxic lifestyle. So these nasty asses were feeding on the queen, and then they were going and getting romance with the divine masculine. Now they're running from divine masculine because divine masculine can see that this Jezebel was just feeding on the true divinity and fucking everybody. The succubus, incubus, bullshit, side hustling his energy, her energy, because she was sleeping with divine masculine, harvesting his energy. She was getting into bed with him by feeding on a trapped, high value feminine energy. And then mirroring for the thug, her pimp or whatever, her pimp spiritual guru. Wow, man. Yeah, you're getting a new family. Shocking news for the trickster and his gang of actresses or whatever. You're taking your glow and you're going. The emperor he knows all the truth about it. You're getting your wish. You're very honest. And you know why you can, because you don't try to hide your flaws. They're not outlandish. but they aren't really flaws. You know, how can you find fault in somebody who's not bothering anybody, but they're creating themselves? It's like the cells of your body, how they flake off, you know? It's like the personality or the character or the identity or whoever you choose to be. It's constantly being transformed, like moment by moment by moment. Every experience or idea or new perception changes the story. And that's why they can't copy you correctly. Because you're all of this, constantly flaking and renewing, and they can't follow it. The only way they can follow it is to bombard your mental body with these foreign thought forms that don't belong to you, and then download their filthy energy into the waters of your body and hope that you'll freaking flow with it, you know? So, 9 of Cups. Your wishes are being granted. Secret accounts, hidden truths. There could be secret accounts of money that is hidden. There could be somebody spying on you from secret social media accounts that know the hidden truth. Maybe they know you're the treasure. Maybe they've identified you. So in the challenge position, we've got disconnecting and detaching from the false persona, the identity thief, the spiritual assassin, posing as a lover and a friend, they broke their commitment, they broke their vow, their oath. They stole the identity. They did not protect. They instead stole the identity of their mate, their partner, their wife, their husband, what the hell ever. They broke their oath of protection. They became an assassin, an attempted assassin. They're very upset over this woman coming back home, being seen who she is. These nasty jacks have been violating children and other life. They nearly exterminated everyone. And God said, they like genocide. So some of these people are actually going to get to experience it. They thought that they had exterminated the bloodline of a particular celestial being. They were wrong. You're stable, and it's goodbye. They're going to be an eternal regret. They are an eternal regret. There's a Tower, divine intervention, because of what this divine Queen of Swords have stated. And again, she's getting her wishes granted. We got divine timing, but it's in the reverse. See, here on the bottom it says, wrong time, right time, wait. It's like, I don't know what that means. We got an Emperor here. There's no more waiting. We got the, what the heck, Emperor popping the question? Message. There could be some kind of a communication. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth. You've got a victory over this jackass. Single. You had to fight him alone. You had to deal with it alone. Whatever this jackass has got going, they forced you to be alone. They forced you into isolation. There's justice that's going to be served because them ghosting you and making it so nobody could see you. Nobody wanted to be with you. Nobody wanted to be your friend. You did life all by yourself. Perhaps you had pets. Perhaps you embraced the animal kingdom. Perhaps you embraced the plant kingdom. The spirit of all that is running through things. There's a celebration and a completion for the twin flames who had been sacrificed and used as exhibits for these nasty asses, you know, the purity. I heard these jackasses say the other day, it's because they were innocent. Yes, they're getting free. They're coming home. Those twin flames who, yeah, this is it for them. This is the last lifetime story for those true sons and daughters of the divine. Because they were betrayed by somebody who hated them and pretended to love them. They were betrayed by somebody who was their enemy. We got a miracle. Love, hate. Miracle. You received a miracle. There's a miracle. There's divine intervention based on the breakthrough and clarity being brought to, I'm guessing, this emperor. So you got the Six of Swords, and you're releasing the baggage of the trickster illusionist, and this is shocking news to some female or somebody in feminine energy. The female mirror. So it's shocking news to the trickster, phony illusionists. You're leaving. You got a victory. You're out of here. You're gone. They can no longer mirror you. It's done. There's a forgotten person who did the forbidden when it came to contracting and love in order to gain an ascension. There's photographic evidence of what they did, and the uninvited guest in this celestial kingdom, this is the end of their opportunity to sleep with or harvest sexual energy off of you or anyone. It's done. It's done. This is the end of them treating you like bedroom trash. They're not going to come into your dream state and give you a masturbation dream, and you're not going to accidentally release that energy. There is safety protocols being put in place to protect this vital force. You solved the puzzle about what has been about this freaking these entities, these back and forth business, these shady characters doing shady shit while living in the celestial realm. You solved it. You solved it by speaking the truth in the recent past. It's bringing a tower. The emperor is bringing a freaking tower, and we got cool down. There's a pause in the performance. So there's a pause in the performance. You might see the entertainment industry crash. Because the clown, the entertainment, yeah. So there's a pause in the performance. So this clown may be having financial problems. Performance. Their finances might be taking a hit, slowing down, because you transformed, and through this nastiness, you evolved through it. You were able to bring about a catalyst, be a catalyst. Serendipity occurred, divine intervention. Somebody misses you. You might have been here investigating. They locked you in. You weren't able to get out, but you got out now. Somebody might miss you. You were here investigating, doing some research, and now the fiercely independent Rose is reconciling with her emperor. Congratulations. Mission accomplished. I heard last night as I was sitting here, the children are safe. Rose, mother, thank you. There's a law that scales are being balanced for those who did all this crazy shadowy shit. Yeah. So there could be some mysterious encounter coming up. Somebody might be, it might be a secret. There could be a silent, intuitive bump or messaging. Because you're breaking up with the third-party enemy that was doing the forbidden crimes. Those who gambled with you and tormented you are being let go. They have to let you go. The sun is going out for them. They got to let you go. You are the light, the warmth, the sun, the soul, the SOL that they've been harvesting. So now they got to let you go, and the sun is going down. So as you rise, the sun goes down for them. You are firm. In the lies, you remained firm as the Queen of Swords. In the face of the lies of this snake, this whole collective of snakes, and now they're having a tower. You are royal, and you're getting a new beginning. You're the master. You've mastered yourself. You're top of the class. And they're running away. They're like, oh no, we're in danger. Yeah, you're in danger. They're drinking and stuff. Look. You are the key. You're the apple. The apple never gave up hope. The apple's getting their wish, their key, the core of the problem, the key people. They are the key. The apple is the key. The apple is the key to having faith, hope, you know. These people were addicted to your talent, to being you. And now they can't, because they were trading their addictive qualities by, I don't know how they do that, transferring their, like they project their thoughts and then suck out your happy thoughts, or they harden the waters of the temple and then they suck out the stability. I don't know, man. I'm not a magician, and I'm not a tech junkie, so I don't know how that works. I just know that there's patents and books with little spells and stuff. Alrighty then, so your wishes are granted. You got a 9 of Cups. Ooh. There's secret accounts. They could be looking stuff up. There could be the tip of the iceberg. There might be secret accounts everywhere with money in it. This 9 of Cups. There might be some kind of wealth, an abundance of information, hidden things, secret accounts, treasure. From the past. And shadow. So they took your stuff. You're getting a reward. Your wishes are being granted because you've discovered the hidden truth regarding the shadow. Contracts of the past, historical. These people who broke their commitments, who betrayed their vows, who turned from protector angel into assassin angel, they're being released. You're being detached from that. They're being detached from you. They're just sexual deviants. They're out there planning a freaking gang RAP because your energy is so freaking pure. They're like, oh no, we got to go defile that. That's the only reason she's so powerful is because you're damn celibate. And this crazy ass jackass is out there talking into your freaking microphone, God's microphone, planning his nasty ass freaking attack on you. Stupid dumbass. It's going to come back on him. Because his intention will be his gift, his reward, his whatever. That's what it said. They said that over like a year ago, last summer. Their intentions will be their gift. They still haven't got the clue, apparently. Inspiration. Somebody's challenged by what? Inspiration? Somebody's inspired by you. You're stable. You're saying goodbye. And they will be in eternal regret. We've got rest. You rest, renewal. You're laying it to rest. This is the end. Somebody may have passed away. Eternal regret is what they're getting. There's a tower here, divine intervention due to the truth spoken by the Queen of Swords. Your wishes are granted, and we've got divine timing. In the reverse, these people are being ejected out of divine time. This jackass is being ejected out of divine time. I heard God say that compensation for her is their removal. They have to leave. The truth and the clarity of thousands of years of brutality that these beings who have placed themselves above their victims, the very ones who belong there, these identity thieves have been torturing them for centuries, and they've been wearing their siphoned energy, draining their memories, getting off on their suffering, man. As they are recycled, sometimes short little infant life to short little infant life to short little infant life. They really get off on it. Wackos. So they're being evicted out of divine time. Pronto. Like right now. There's no more time. They're out of it. They're being evicted out of divine time of the secret garden. They're being evicted out of the secret garden. They're being evicted out of divine time. That time that is like, what, 1,000 years to one of our days or whatever. Yeah, they're being evicted out. They're going to go through the same short little tiny life cycles that everybody else that they had been causing suffering for is going to go through. They're being kicked out. The Emperor is here, popping the question. There's some kind of a message. We got unease. Unease is number 18. If you feel like something is off, you need to trust your gut. Your body is a good barometer for information that we might otherwise ignore. Pay attention. If someone or something makes you feel weird, fatigued, or anxious, remove yourself from that situation. Set your boundaries and maintain them. So, unease. Somebody's uneasy. You're setting boundaries. You're popping a question. There's the Ace of Swords here. Clarity, truth, breakthrough. Victory over the jackass who caused you to be in isolation while they hurt you, used you, abused you, wore your identity, effed around with people, using your temple and your mind as a bridge and a connector to this space so they could screw everybody's life up. Yeah, well, community. Number 4, animals. They left you alone. This is Stonehenge. There's something about the Druids doing a sacrifice thousands of years ago. There's a black hat, black coat, whatever that means to you. This is like a miniature Stonehenge. So they left you alone and they made sure that you stayed that way, connected to the animal kingdom, whatever that means to you. Your community were animals. They kept you low. They figured that if your companion was a dog, that you would never be seen as a valuable person. They ghosted you. And they made sure that nobody in the community would ever want you. They layered you with some weird illusionary magic and shit. Past lives, many past lives. These nasty ass men kept the divine feminine away from her divine masculine, who was up there waiting for her. These assholes were down here violating her. This is a completion of this nasty stuff. The royal mother and the royal father have stated this is the end of the lifetime story for Earth Woman. It's over. These twin flames are done with their separation. They're coming together and they're going home. They lost. We got attacked. Forgiveness. It could be that, so the jaguar and the lion are together. This this woman that was ghosted, and then used as an exhibit for their little energy harvest, whatever the hell. So there's forgiveness for maybe in past lives you were attacked by the jaguar, but now I don't know. There's forgiveness for being attacked. Okay, the lamb is usually representative of the lion. You're seen as being innocent. There is forgiveness. I don't know, man. Take it as it resonates, okay? Maybe there's forgiveness. This shady-ass mask wearer was seen as you while they were sucking out your energy, you know? Maybe you forgave. The Emperor is popping the question. Somebody's uneasy. We've got the Five of Swords. Hopes and fears. Five of Swords. Love, hate, miracle, the sun, and memories. So there's memories. You've got a miracle here. The sun, there's a rebirth after all the history of this love-hate conflict, freaking bull pucky. Six of Swords, you're leaving the baggage behind. Shocking news for the illusionaire, the illusion trickster, the mirror, the one who's been pretending to be you. Ooh, death. It's their turn. Death to the mirror. There could have been a death to the copycat that has been pretending to be you. Releasing the baggage. Death to the mirror. Eternal regret. They did not honor their vow, their oath. There's death to the mirror, the copycats. You were patiently aligning yourself, and you've made an offering of your energy, your life-giving energy, I believe, to the Egyptians, the tribe of Jaguar. So you're bringing temperance and life-giving energy. You're offering it to the people. This could be like, so the dead shall rise. They say the Egyptians manage that part. I don't know, man. Take it as it resonates, all right? But your alignment, you're bringing temperance, you're bringing patience, you're bringing alignment, you're bringing balance. You're offering it. This life-giving, grounded, stable connection with the planetary life giver, the mother, joy, happiness. You're connected, man, woman. You have knowledge of the mask wearers, the devils wearing the angels' robes. You know about them, what they are, how they operate. The magician. So there's appreciation. There could be a magician that has appreciation for you, offering you protection. Magi. Oh, because it's no longer hidden that you were alone. They abandoned you. They left you in isolation, and you're no longer afraid. You're no longer making decisions out of fear. So you belong into this circle of teachers, but they put you under a sleeping spell, and then flamboyantly touted themselves as that, and then spent your abundance, your wealth. You had to rewrite your mind, and you are protected. You got boundaries. Somebody is pissed at some other person because they did not respect and honor the boundaries that have been put in place for this woman, this emperor's bride. He's pissed, and there's look, man, this temperance angel is got this huge loving heart, and this temperance angel is the healer. And you got these jackasses that think this energy, they call it savior energy, and they want it because right now they're full of this dark death energy, and they need to pour it onto this beautiful woman, this healer. Childlike love. It's not lust. It's not dark. It's not nasty. It's not gross. It's childlike. It's pure. It's like love that your heart actually aches for because you want somebody, to do well, to be with you. You miss them, Things fell apart when these jackasses left you stranded because, listen, and strength. You're strong, The messages were always yours. The strength was always yours. And now you're making your move. You're making your move. High Priestess is in control over the imagination, and she is the caretaker of the inner sun of the people in this secret garden. The soul, the mind, the mental, the consciousness, the bridge that connects to the upper levels. She's supposed to be here guarding the gates of the family here. She has exposed the truth about these shady mask-wearing identity thieves. The caretaker came down and collected the irrefutable evidence, and she has returned with her twin flame, who was kept apart, used as a freaking exhibit. There is forgiveness for attacking because the illusion was grand, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. So you're the caretaker, gatekeeper, balance. So permission is always been granted or denied by the true celestial daughter who is speaking the truth here now. These people did not want her speaking the truth and revealing it to the celestial heavens because their plan and their goal was to dominate and conquer those celestial realms. They have been down here touting themselves conquerors of the sun, of the celestial divinity, the masculine, and their women. They considered themselves conquerors of the divine masculine in that space because they had ensnared and entrapped their queens, their high priestesses, their empresses. But they've been freed, emancipated. So the game has changed. It's weird, you know, how you got these folks wanting to play a role, but you cannot duplicate something that is dying and being born every moment. That's what authenticity is. Sometimes it can get a little crazy. You know? You get a task. You do the task. As time goes on, you develop methods, procedures to speed it up, and then to improve accuracy. And then before you know it, you're like this. You're just going, right? Then you've mastered that, and then you move on to the next, and it's like boom, and this is how it works. Your soul has come back online. So these jackasses in the past had contracted you with some stupid shadow, and they used you hot and cold. They would come in and tag you, and then they would leave you, and then they would use your energy to do their crap. Hot and freaking cold, whiplash, son. And now your soul came back online. You revealed the hidden truth about what they've been doing here. Spiritual reset, alignment, tower, divine intervention. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Then the challenge position, the shady maskwear, who did not honor their commitment, is being let go. They're being lifted off the soil of the mother. There's inspiration here. Karma, toxic ties, inspiration. You were bringing inspiration to these addicts. They were addicted to your mind, to your inspiring ideas, to what it brought to them, the stability. You're saying goodbye. They're in eternal regret. They're being laid to rest right now. It's over. You're done explaining it. You're protecting your energy. No more leaks, no more sexual leaks in the middle of the night, no more dream lovers, none of this harvesting of soul energy. They trap it and then they use it against the family. The solar power within a rainbow covenant child divine is powerful. And when this jackass taps into it with reckless sex or whatnot, then they just siphon it and use it as they please to power their baneful magic. And then they blame everybody for what it is they're doing. And it looks believable to somebody who's not actually going through it. So there's divine intervention here. Because the Queen of Swords is telling the truth, bringing clarity, communicating it honestly, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the beautiful. About these manipulators, the shady mask wearers that do not honor their commitments. They turned their assassins. They swore oaths to protect, to love and protect, and instead they were assassinating and replacing, duplicating. In the secret garden, they're being evicted out. There's no excuses. This is bullshit. You got to play hard nosed, man. They nearly exterminated the celestial fucking tribe of the lion. Replaced them all with these devils wearing angels' robes, siphoning the energy of suffering value here in the lower realms. These jackasses. You're losing everything. You're getting your wish. They're being evicted out of divine timing. The secret garden. They've lost you. You're making a power move. This is the final straw. Divine Feminine has had it. They hold the power and they've been getting treated like trash by these frauds. It's it. Power move. The Emperor is here, popping the question, or maybe communicating some kind of something. Somebody may be getting a text message. There's unease. They lost you. They never really loved you. Truth revealed. Illusion shattered. Heartbreak. Unease. They never really loved you. This person who never really loved you, they were trying to steal your new beginning. They're uneasy because the Emperor is about ready to propose. The illusions have been shattered. You have clarity with the Ace of Truth. You have victory over this jackass that made sure that you were left alone in the community, that nobody would ever approach you or want to be with you. There's clarity over why this, left on red. Why nobody ever freaking wanted to be with you in the community. They left you alone. They treated you like trash. And now they want to come in and what? Justice is here for being ghosted, for being detached. Ghosted, we've got animals, for being treated like an animal by these nasty asses, these so-called high-value men, keeping the divine feminine down here. The youth, look at her, she's just a little girl. And these nasty asses have been down here in pedophile fucking heaven, which for us was the valley of the shadow of death, because they got us as infants over and over and over again, keeping us apart from our celestial spouse. Yes. Because they kept replacing you. Treating you like an animal, replacing you. And they're still talking about it. This jackass wants to get you away from whoever it is that you're supposed to be coming into, and they want to replace you. They need a replacement. They've been talking about, they're freaking spazzing out over it. They can't feed on the family anymore. And it could very well be, I mean, this woman has been sacrificed so many times over the past many centuries, trying to get these children out of these jackasses' freaking bedroom. Everything they've been suffering has been happening to her over and over and over again. And she keeps reincarnating, trying again. She finally got emancipated. Her soul finally came back on, and she was able to reveal the truth about it. There's forgiveness for being attacked. It could be that, I mean, because when you get recycled, and I guess, you know, you have to go pay the price, right? Fake apology. We got a fake apology. Manipulative guilt. Hold on. Conflict, love, hate, miracle, the sun, memories, rebirth, memories, healed, not hooked. You're healed, not hooked, you're free. There's a rebirth over the past. There's a number 44 on the card. You've got freedom. You've got freedom from those obsessed people that have been stalking you. A miracle. You're receiving a miracle. Those people who hated you, that were trying to compete. How can you compete with somebody who's not competing with you? That's not a competition, man. It's outright attack. I was never competing with anybody. I'm still not. What the hell is that? That's not a competition. That's a straight out freaking assault, man. So you're leaving it behind. Six of Swords. You're departing. You're moving on. This is shocking news for the illusionary trickster, fairy tale, the mirror. There's death for the mirror. The fantasies crashed. The truth has been exposed. There's death. The mirror is going to experience death because it wasn't love. It's glow up time for you. And the sweet and the sour, the manipulator, is getting a reality check. Everything they did to you, they're in regret for fucking around with your emotions, because everything they did to you is going to be happening to them, and it's lifetimes. They deleted you. And you're still hurting over it. You're still hurting over these people rejecting you, leaving you stuck. You gave them everything, and love was unrequited. They kept coming in pretending to love you just to shag and tag the freaking spiritual identities so they could take their freaking sweetheart up into the celestial kingdom again and live like kings and queens, leaving you in the dark, sucking the soul out of you. Yeah. They're all in their head about love bombing you now. They're all in regret over doing this to you because you see clearly everything about the past, the guilt, the blame, the shame. You see it very clearly. The illusion has cracked. It wasn't you. Yeah, so now they're talking to the void. The trust has been broken. You don't want to talk to them. It's like they're just a nasty jack. They've been using your sex like a drug, and they've been freaking chaining you. It's not love. They've kept you chained, using you like a drug. So you're like, hey, no contact zone, F off, all the way off. You're tired of it. You're tired of it. The only time they ever show up is when they need an emotional hit off of you. Stuck in a freaking loop, man. And you're like, hey, block and bless. No freaking, no. They burned the bridge. This is the final goodbye. They're not coming back to the secret garden. They're getting kicked out of divine time. They are getting blocked AF. There's death to the mirrors. And they're going to have to come back, and they're going to have to go through everything they put you through. They're obsessed with you, but you are being empowered. You deserve better. You deserve better. And this should have been done a long time ago. You should have got up and walked away a long time ago. The first thing I heard was, you've been too forgiving, a couple years ago. So, you ladies, you mothers, you nurturers, it's in you to nurture, to forgive, to, because you're a mother. When your children are bad, you forgive and you move on. And you don't sit there and carry grudges. That's not what mothers do, So in their life, that's not who their true mothers are. They're not playing these stupid, immature games. Crazy. Yeah. You stop mistaking chaos for chemistry. It's like you're not giving your celestial fire and replacing it with this low vibrational devil chaos fire. Hail to the no. That's not an equal exchange. You got to freaking alchemize it and turn it into the proper shit. And it's like, man. And then you got to work a full-time freaking job on top of it. Oh, and God did not ghost you. He blocked him for you. Your soul is coming back online. This time God isn't ghosting you. This time God sees through the illusion. This time there's divine intervention due to what divine feminine is saying, the truth she's speaking authentically. And God's not ghosting divine feminine. God's ghosting these nasty ass mask wearers, these mirrors, these toxic, karmic, whatever. Yeah, because these people who say love don't pay the rent, they're not loyal, they're not faithful, they don't want to have a family, they just want to party. Ew, I'm successful. Because what? Because you're sucking the light out of every fucking body and calling them a peasant. Yeah, love don't pay the rent. Love is the only thing that makes the world go around. Patience, kindness. That's what the mothers have to offer the children. And they can take so much abuse. And they do, and they have. And they've spoken the truth, and God can see clearly. They're not who these nasty men portrayed us to be. Absolutely not. You're done explaining. Your energy is being protected. These ones are in eternal regret, or they will be. They're being laid to rest. Because, honey, you're not on clearance. You're not getting ghosted. You have a valuable soul. You are absolutely necessary. These men want to actually do harm to divine feminine, get her into the freaking hospital so they can do a magical, technological freaking soul transfers. Body swap. You know those movies, how they do, oh, I'm you and you're me. Yeah, they do that. They do it in the hospital. They keep talking to each other. They got to go send somebody to hurt somebody with a hammer or something, so make them go to the hospital so they can stick them with a needle, put them out, and then do a transfer, and you'll wake up and you'll be like, who am I? Yeah, avoid the freaking hospital right now. If you can. Go to the vet, man. Nobody's getting your ticket. You are not on clearance. God is not ghosting you. He's blocking these jackwagons. You might be a little messy because these people were trying to force feed you fires of chaos. And you, being a celestial queen, you had to freaking alchemize that into its proper form. And you took all that nasty, concentrated chaos and turned it into power. And now these asses, they can't overcome you. They're like, they can't. They're so upset. That you evolved through the suffering. They lost you. They're getting removed from divine timing in the secret garden. They lost you. And they're crying because you barely made it out alive. Look at him. Yeah. Okay. We got the emperor here. Innocent. And you got this nasty ass Jack crying about it. You survived. You could be a powerful masculine, divine, feminine pair. And this whack job is getting erased out of divine time in the secret garden. He's getting erased. He's complaining. Oh, they need a replacement. Dad, you got this little leech freaking slithering around in the forest trying to use word magic and hypnosis on people to convince them to go after this woman, to eliminate her, to drag her off into the forest so they can gang RAP her, defile her energy so that she can lose her power. They need to separate her and he from each other at the same time. So, they got plans like they always do to freaking violate somebody. The Emperor is here popping the question. There could be a record. Somebody is heartbroken. The illusion has shattered. They're uneasy. They were trying to get a new life off of your suffering. Mr. Low Vibrational Nasty Jack is uneasy because there's an Emperor here popping the question, about ready to communicate to you. This little guy right here, he's like, they're uneasy. Uneasy. Whoa, little mister trying to keep you down. Oh no, Emperor's lifting you up. You're getting your wish. You got an Emperor coming in. He was laughing at your suffering, man. What a lowlife. There's clarity. The Ace of Swords truth about this jackass. You've got a victory over them. You did it on your own. They wanted you to be alone and single and isolated in the community, and you were left on red. No response. Nobody ever wanted to be with you. They hid it and quit it. They shagged it and tagged it. And then they went out and slandered you to the fucking community as though it meant something, as though it had value, as though it were true. And now these little nasty jackasses, oh, it was a lie? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, whatever, man. They've proven themselves. And their character and what they're willing to do to an innocent woman of high value. Justice is being served for them concentrating their shit into you and sacrificing you and then getting on down the road. Ooh, Mr. Gigolo. Yeah. Yeah. They replaced you over and over and over again, treated you like a prostitute, treated you like you didn't matter, treated like you were nothing. And you are all of it. You and your person here are all of it. And all these other people are now none of it. I'm speaking in the singular duo, but there are many couples, okay? So the jackass betrayed you, ghosted you, treated you like an animal in the past while romanticizing his own life. There's a celebration, a homecoming for the twin flames who had been sacrificed, circulated, treated like an exhibit. There is forgiveness for being attacked. You've offered forgiveness for attacking. Somebody has offered you forgiveness for being attacked. There's a fake apology by the devil. Somebody's trying to hide the fact that they're a devil. They are offering a fake apology. What the fuck? You're not dealing with the devil anymore. You know that it's a fake apology. So there's forgiveness for you. You're not being attacked. So in the previous lifetimes, you know, we've reset a few times. And these ones were able to upload or download or transfer their chaos into you, and they did it again, but this time you turned it into power. You weren't swallowed by their chaos. You turned it into power. You alchemized the fire of low vibrational chaos, and you turned it into powerful celestial golden light. And you're done explaining to these shitheels, man. They have fallen significantly below par. And they're pissed because you're a woman. They're pissed because they did not think that you were worthy, that you were too young, innocent, but you're powerful. They complain that your father taught you everything that he knew. They're crying. So you're not dealing with any more deception. You know that it's a deception. You know that it's a fake apology. You're like, out of here, man. Out of here. You know this jerk is going to try to gaslight you. So there's forgiveness for being attacked. So this could be the lion who sent you to go pay your karmic debt because you didn't learn your fucking lesson. Come to find out, it was all a damn lie. And now everything that you had to pay a debt for has to fall back on those people that made you take the suffering, the hit. Because you've been embraced. You are in the fold, in the cloak of this rainbow covenant. There's forgiveness. They were using you. The twin flames, the fire of soul, and you were able to break through and bring forth clarity about this, so you get to come home now. The truth is seen about the entrapment, the snares, and the fake IDs, and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, Five of Swords, love, hate, miracle. You're healed, not hooked. The sun, you've got a rebirth from the history of what's been going on. Or what was going on. You got somebody there stalking you, but they're losing signal. Because you're going home. But there's still some entities there, and they're upset because you got some folks suffering delirium, and apparently they're hanging themselves. And you got these principalities that are pissed off because they're destroying perfectly good containers, so they're not able to transfer themselves into the dead body and reanimate it and then go fuck everybody to gain energy, whatever. I don't know, man. So they're losing signal. They're upset that everybody's breaking their neck. They can't reuse the perfectly good container. They got to go try to get as many as possible. What in the hell is going on? We got the Six of Swords. You're releasing the baggage. You're in your boat. You're moving on. You're in your chariot. You're gone. You and your person here are tired. You're exhausted. You're ready to go. You're a seer. You're watching the wave, right? You can see. Shocking news to the illusionist. There's death to the mirror, to the pretend shady mask wearer. It wasn't love. It was a fantasy, and the illusion has crashed. And everything that happened to divine feminine will now be done to the one who is pretending to be divine feminine. You're no longer accepting crumbs. You realize your worth. And you have boundaries. These people, you didn't even cry about it. You didn't whine about it. You just moved on with your life. It's like, no more crumbs. You're done. Getting on with it. And they're like, huh? She's like, what do you mean? And you're like, nobody's coming to steal your spotlight, hun. And she's like, huh? What do you mean? I'm not devoted. Yeah, dots don't mean devotion. It's like all the lights are on this one. And she's over here like dazed and confused, you know? Because whoever they are, he owes you nothing but silence. They're losing their Wi-Fi signal. They're freaking out. They can't sleep. They're complaining that she's expediting everything. She's, souvenirs from heartbreak don't age well. She's burning the hoodie, keeping the lesson. She's empowered. She knows the truth about the rejection and why nobody ever bothered to stick around to treat her as though she was a valuable asset in their life. Their job in the community was to ensure that she stayed alone, that she stayed hooked, so they can continue to defile her energy. Yeah, there's new protocols to protect the energy of the celestial beings. They nearly destroyed the entirety of the kingdom and the life in it by replacing it with these hybrid shapeshifters that were sacrificing everybody. Apparently, last night there was a battle. These nasty jacks were talking. Look, nasty jacks. Okay, see what I'm talking about? Nasty jacks. So, see, Jack, I wasn't talking about you after all. I was talking about the jackass, but, you know, I kind of shorten it because I don't want to be rude. So just know it's not personal. All right, then. So you got a 9 of Cups here. Your wishes are being granted. You have revealed the hidden things about people spying or being or opening secret accounts on this Wi-Fi, social media, whatever the heck, tech stuff. Shadow contracts of the past kept giving you whiplash, mixed signals. They were filing false reporting. Your soul came back online, and God has ghosted these people for you because you deserve better. Whoever this leech was, that was leeching on you. This freaking leech. Freaking crybaby, wine baby. There are probably 18 freaking clones of this dude running around with various personalities. Between worlds. So God didn't ghost you, he blocked him. So he's between worlds. He could be having to leave planet Earth, and he can't go to the celestial realms either. They're being ejected or evicted from divine time. You are not lost. You are becoming something more. We got between worlds. So you could be elevating. You could be in the process of quantum leaping into a celestial kingdom. There's a separation happening here. They're trying to stalk you. They're very obsessed. They're losing signal. You're elevating. And so somebody said something about how these entities had kept planet Earth at a 7.83 gigahertz frequency. And the other day, I guess, planet Earth reached 80 gigahertz. So, whoa, you know, Hello, talk about coming online. Talk about the soul, the inner son of people coming back online. These people are freaking out. Because it's very obvious that they're not you. They're like exit, stage left, stage right. They can't handle the frequency. Shapeshift. You are allowed to change. Your form is not your fate. It's like we're becoming the phoenix. We're getting our celestial bodies. We are becoming something more. In the challenge position, we've got the Eight of Cups for the shady mask wearer, the identity thief that broke their commitment, that betrayed their oath. They said, love don't pay the rent. They were using you. They were addicted to your energy. They're addicted to your mind. They're addicted to the celestial kingdom that you come from. And they abused people in that space because they were not supposed to be there. They're too low vibrational. They're too selfish, greedy, fucking nasty. And they've been violating love don't pay the rent. They don't belong in a celestial kingdom. Starved soul. You've been feeding everyone but yourself, and now you're fading. These people were feeding on your soul, and they're losing connection to the celestial kingdom. They can no longer be among the people with the inner sun. No more feeding on the golden royal ones. No more. They nearly consumed your soul. So there are measures being put in place to keep these low vibrational tricksters and illusionists from swapping bodies with people. These are body snatchers. But fortunately, the bridge was mended to the celestial realms. They know the truth of it, and they have wisdom and power, both in the sacred light and the sacred shadow, that far supersedes any of this nastiness. Yeah, there was a battle last night. They mentioned Leo, they mentioned the Vatican, and they mentioned carnage. Somebody's army was reptilian, and another person's army was celestial. Her army was celestial. So take it as it resonates, man. Honey, nobody's taking your fucking ticket and into your celestial kingdom. These entities are getting kicked out of divine time. They're getting kicked out of the secret garden. They are being grounded, and they're losing their golden connection to the freaking celestial kingdom because they've been feeding on the soul of this community, the inner son of the people. No, she took all that fire, death, magic, chaos, bullshit, artistry, and she said, whoo, well, I am the storm now, and nobody's taking her ticket. People are getting laid to rest, and they're being in eternal regret, man. They will eternally regret it, because the Heavenly Father, the Celestial Father, whose lineage she is, sees the truth. They've been filing false reports while torturing her for centuries. There is forgiveness for allowing it to happen. They were filing false reports. They had imagery, digital imagery, copycats doing orgies and fucking animal, beastie, whatever the fuck. They're in trouble. You're the light keeper. You're the one who protects inner soul. This divine feminine is here protect this celestial daughter and this king with her. They barely made it out alive of this valley of the shadow of death. Thousands of years of torture. They're coming back, and you can be sure that these others are going out. This isn't a game. Light keeper, that means you shall not touch the soul of these children. Low vibration cohortio. No, absolutely not. We're done explaining why you can't freaking violate rainbow covenants in children, man, by you. What the hell? There's a tower, divine intervention, due to the truth that the queens have been speaking. Queens of Swords, your wish is granted. These are being kicked out of divine timing. This in the secret garden. They've lost you. You're making a power move with your prince, with your king, with your emperor. Whose father has taught him everything. These people are crying because he got free. You two came back into alignment and you connected, and now nobody can stop you. And they're like, you mended the bridge. You brought in the celestial army. And low vibrational, these lizard people, shapeshifters, whatever, they live in a very low vibrational energy of fear, anger, suffering, pain. And when you come in with a celestial freaking light like that, they can't survive. Pop the question, instant messaging. Somebody might be making a call, shooting a text, telepathic messaging. These low vibrational masculines are very uneasy. They're heartbroken. The illusion is shattered. They can't fake it anymore. Their lies are seen. This high vibrational emperor is here saying, and whoa, he's got the Ace of Swords clarity. There's a victory over this jackass who made sure that you two would stay alone forever. This whole community, this whole freaking community conspired to make certain that they kept you two alone. A whole community of jackasses. Nasty jacks. A whole community of nasty jacks. Masculines and their female whatever, I don't know, man. They thought that they had conquered the sun, and they were wrong. We're in a sacred pause. The stillness is not punishment, it's preparation. So there's preparation for something happening right now. It could very well be this pop the question, messaging, whatever. I don't know what's going on there. We got Ace of Swords, clarity regarding this jackass and the community that were their whole freaking goal was to keep you two isolated and alone. But you're together now. Soft armor. You don't have to be hard to be strong. These clowns, they come up at you because you're a woman, and they say they can just bam, 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 boom, they can just destroy you, because they're a man, Well, you don't have to be hard to be strong. The mother her body could be tearing and bleeding for days as she brings in life, Women know how to move through pain, for sure. So, whatever. These guys, they were supposed to be there protecting. They saw you as a soft, and they thought they were just going to go ahead and turn into an assassin and take you the F out. They betrayed their commitment. But you and your person came out of it anyway, and they've lost you. They've lost you and the access to the celestial realm. Absolutely. Could be a portal awakening. You got the Six of Swords and the outgoing energy. You may be leaving soon. Justice is happening for these people detaching you, treating you like an animal, leaving you with the animals. The animals are far more loving and kind than these entities. I have no idea what the hell happened to these things calling themselves men and women, but man, these third-party enemies that were replacing everybody, what the fuck? And these are principalities. It's like they were capturing real living beings with the essence of the sun in them, the soul, S-O-L. You're your own power source, and they were feeding on you. They were trapping the humanity, H-U, light, in this whatever ensnarement, but and then they were sucking off the light that they were trapping and then glorifying their lives as though they were conquerors of the sun. Well, no more. That's over. That's over. Skybound. You were never meant to stay grounded. You're rising into your vision. And it didn't have to be violent to be final, but it is. That's justice. That's justice. The number on the card is 33. You survived an impossible life path. These nasty asses thought for sure you were never coming up out of it, but you did. Barely. Barely. Okay, and that song just came to mind. Never gonna let you go, gonna hold you in my arms forever. Oh, I swear this time I'm never gonna let you go. You and your emperor are coming together. Never gonna let you go. These in the celestial garden, the celestial kingdom, the secret garden. So you got a whole lot of centuries of wisdom that you have gathered. You've developed into your full potential. There's a homecoming for the twin flames who had been sacrificed, used, exhibited for their essence. There's forgiveness for being attacked. So you've been forgiven, you've been enfolded, vindicated, emancipated, vindicated, and there is forgiveness for being attacked because, you know, these mask wearers, you had been like unalived, and then they were wearing your identity and they were saying that you were trying to copycat them. They were doing magic, saying that you were doing magic, but it was never you. So anyway, there's forgiveness. You have forgiven. Everybody's forgiven. We all know we're not dealing with these devils. We know they're a monster that's fake apology. They've got word magic and hypnotic suggestion down very well. They're very upset. They want to do a 3D thing. They need a vessel. They're not going to get it. The royal mother said to be prepared. They will not obtain you, neither will they survive. So trying. So we're going to just wait and see what happens. They are being disconnected from the cosmic threads. They're no longer allowed in the celestial kingdoms. Fake apology. Everybody this person talks to, they know they're a liar. This is a deceiver. This is somebody who feeds on others. They're not their own self-sufficient supply. They're not the powerful, connected source of whatever they thought they were. They didn't conquer the sun. They can't overcome it. Those who carry it in them, this kingdom, they're not coming back. They're being disconnected. They're being taken out of the weave. They're talking about a woman in the United States. hopes and fears. We got the Five of Swords, conflict, love and hate. You know, they pretended to love, but they were filled with hate. We got a miracle here. Dreams come true. You're getting what you want because you're receiving a rebirth. So you are no longer healed. The history of what was done to you, you have been proven innocent. You've been given a rebirth. So you've got memories. Your memories, whatever these memories are, we got the sun has memories. There's been some kind of a rebirth, a miracle, healed, not hooked. There's clarity. You're being freed. You're being brought back into the fold. And you got some crazy stalker stalking you, but not every soul tie is forever. You're being disconnected. They can't get signal. They're being detached. They have to keep restarting their computer, restarting their router. Unopened letter. A truth that you have not spoken is still shaping your story. There's an unopened letter. You're in the Six of Swords. You're moving on. Shocking news to the phony. Mirror. Death is what's here. It wasn't love. The fantasy is crushed. The truth is exposed. Everything that they did to you, everything that they helped others do to you, everything they requested to be done to you is going to be done to them. They're looking at the reruns of Lifetime Story of Earthwoman and they're freaking out. Eye of the Void. They're freaking out because you are not lost in the dark, that you are being rewoven, and that means that you're going home and they have to go experience all of the nasty stuff that they did to you, trying to destroy you and ensure that you would never come back. They lost. You're coming back and you're reclaiming everything and redistributing it the way that it needs to be according to the celestial mother father, right? Because that's your job here as celestial beings, is to provide services to the people. And not all of us are on the same shade of gray, you know, of whatever this is, you know. So we're here to help each other. And these people got whacked out because they got filled with they did something to their brain. I don't know what they did. We got silent bloom. Growth happens in silence before it bursts into life. So we got silent bloom and the quiet flame. Soft but steady, your inner fire is reshaping the world around you. So we got silent blooms, lucid pathways, reshaping the world. People are getting their wings. There's the frequency, as I mentioned, the gigahertz or the hertz or whatever of the earth went from 7.83 and shot up to 80 the other day. So people are blooming. Their mind is coming online. They're reconnecting with source. Their soul is coming back online. They're not going to be able to feed on humans anymore. Humanity has been seen as worthy of this ascension. They're set up to get us to be seen as cannibals, as failing temples, as addicts, as alcoholics, as sex fiends, as whatever. This transference of all this sin and nasty orgy, whatever the heck, it's gross and it failed. He's Stardust. Whoever this jackass is, he's not even here. He could be between worlds in some other matrix. Whatever these dudes were doing, they were never going to be coming here. So two hearts were aligned. Maybe you've been waiting for this fool for centuries, and they just drained you. And you're still bleeding. The door, like, right? The bottle spilled. You're still bleeding. And you're like, man, what the hell? But this is the door of no return. Some awakenings change everything. You won't be able to go back, and that's the point. You've awoken to the fact that this jack, whatever this jack is, they're not here in this lower vibrational space. They've been harvesting trapped humans, light beings with the inner sun, the soul, the solar plexus. Those who had rainbow covenant with God in the celestial kingdom, they tapped in, shagged it and tagged it, broke your flower, broke your hymen, took your flower, and then broke your heart, and then let some asswipe step in as you in the spiritual celestial realm while stashing you between a rock and a hard place. Now they're complaining about being between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what to tell them. Whatever. They're not coming back. They are locked under a spell of their own making. Fragments of infinity are within you. You hold everything that you seek. So, but not every memory is yours. Not everything that you remember is yours, because, as I said, these people have been doing really nasty crap and then transferring their mental into you while extracting your memories. And I don't know how this alien shit works, but they got that nebulizer crap and whatever else tech they got. It's wicked, man. So we got invitation. An unseen force asks you to cross into the unknown. Will you answer? Awakening light. A new clarity arises within you, ready to guide your steps. So this is an open ending. We got open ending. We got invitation only. So this open ending is an invitation only for those who have awakening light. The goal is to get everybody's light on and then get them to return like you are now. Maybe this is what's happening right now with the hertz raising up to the 80 gigahertz or whatever. Maybe the goal is to awaken the light within everybody here. To give them clarity regarding their life, their memories, and whatever. And then to extend an invitation to those who have awakening light into the Creator's web. Not everything needs to resolve. Some magic lives in the unknown. Of course it does. That's where the Creator lives. And these people are just baneful magicians who use other people's siphoned energy to do their witchcraft or whatever. So open ending, yeah, to the Creator's house. My father has many rooms. My father's house has many rooms or whatever. The return. What once felt lost is making its way back to you. You have been reborn. There's a magnetic pull. You could be being drawn. The ghost of you is being drawn up. Your soul is back online. You're rising like the phoenix. All of humanity has been seen worthy. The hybrids and the mimickers, the mask wearers, the mirrors, the ones who have been wearing the energy of siphoned love of somebody who's down here crying because they're brokenhearted and depressed. Yeah, that's a suffering soul that this mirror has been hoping they can get into utopia on. A broken heart, a broken emerald heart. Yeah, there's nothing going to be happening for this trickster because you're leaving. They tried to bind you here, but you're going. So while the ghost of you was in this cave, you were able to somehow get the key, become the key. And then spirit, signal spirit, and from the sacred shadows. So while you were in this sacred shadow, you were able to unlock the barriers and start flashing, signaling spirit from the sacred shadow. And then spirit came to the sacred shadow and said, whoa, daughter, son, hey, what's happening? It's like, E.T. phone home. Right? You did, and they heard you. And now you split to survive, but the light was left on, right? So Look, the light's left on. You found each other again. And this false, you stopped fighting the false prophet. And what was unspoken is speaking the loudest, because you're reading with the soul, with the sun, the interconnected soul that's still connected to everything that these nasty false prophets and everybody couldn't harm, because they weren't able, you didn't sign away your soul. You kept it. They couldn't take it. No. So I may as well finish reading them. Healing doesn't always look like growth. Somebody's going backwards while a portal is awakening for you. Your story is still being painted across the cosmos. It's like your story is painted across, you're cosmically known, and you're being invited to step through the portal. No one else can read your soul map. You have changed. You are the phoenix. You are rising. And it could be that those who buried you alive are going to experiencing a vanishing point. They're going to be experiencing some kind of a vanishing point. There's death to the mirror while you are being rewoven. So the identity thief has been identified, and you are being rewoven because you also have been identified. So, your wishes are granted. You have revealed the truth regarding secret accounts and these mask wearers mimicking you, doing videography, broadcasting pornography, wearing your face, dressing up in your energy, doing the deed, and then laying the energy on you, casting the illusion, transferring the shit onto you, casting the illusion that it was actually you did it. But God's been watching everybody for at least the last couple of years, because a bridge was mended, at least in this particular community. And what's happening? The shadow of the past with the whiplash, sending up mixed signals. Man, you revealed the hidden secrets of what they've been doing because your soul came back online. They lost the power struggle between ego and heart. It's over. There's no more struggle. There's no more competition. The competition is over. Once your soul came back online, it's very clear who is who. So God is blocking him. Whoever did not honor their commitment, God is blocking him. They are between worlds. You could be between worlds. We got divine timing. Come here. Dreamweaver. God blocked him for you. You escaped. He's stuck in his own dream. This soul, or this starved entity that's been sucking the life out of celestial beings, trapping them in this web so they can suck the light out of them, they're losing connection to the celestial realm. They're trapped in their own web. This is, the sun will never shine or show for them again, is what God said. Man, these principalities or whatever these freaking galactic whatever are, man, They can't come through a woman's vagina. All they can do is walk into a body with their stupid technology. But it's like their technology is being hacked. Like there was an android that ran away from somebody in the dream state last night. So that was pretty cool. They actually looked like they were afraid. So obviously and I heard somebody say, "Fix that motherfucker." So obviously somebody's hacked, the celestial kingdom has hacked into these low vibrational entities AI system. So there's stability. We're saying goodbye. We're saying goodbye. There's a Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles has received an offer, has received an opportunity. They're saying goodbye. Somebody's in eternal regret. They're being laid to rest. Your energy is being protected. You're not on clearance. You have value. And they're not going to take the light keeper's position. You are necessary in this space. You heal this space. These nasty heinous brutalizers of celestially imbued children is so freaking bad. And the fact that they would zero out their soul value and then dress up in the identity wearing the energy just pisses me off, man. God. There's divine intervention. The Queen of Swords is speaking truth, getting her wish. These nasties are getting kicked straight out of... Oh, there's no more divine timing for them. They're getting straight out of the secret garden. They're getting kicked out. Right into the foe. Whatever this is. They're losing connection to the cosmic threads. There's no fake apologies. They're losing connections to the thread of gold. They've been sucking the life out of everybody. They will no longer have access to these kingdoms to ensnare beautiful celestial souls in this web of deceit. They're crying. Because you two came back together and you're making all this change. You can see clearly. And now these entities, you know what they're saying? Well, they're connected too. And you know who's connected to you? The celestial realm. The Emperor. These people are crying. They're crying so bad. This is a sacred pause. Preparations are being made. Oh my goodness, darling. Great fortune, big luck. Oh man, they're creating a big drama over your fortune. Look, man, look. They're losers. They're bullies. They red rum people, animals. They use blood in their magic. They steal life force by causing harm, suffering. They take somebody else's right to live a happy, peaceful life, man. And they're like, over here, look, they're uneasy. They didn't want you. They just abused you. They could have RAP'd you. This is how they tap into the rainbow covenant. They laugh. Oh, it's mine. Yeah, you wish you could have it. You're gonna take the full load, bitch. That's what some little nasty ass said to me. He led me into an auditorium full of freaking men that were doing a thing in this stage, and he was pissed. And I was following him. I'm like, wow, are you mad? And he goes, yeah. And as he slammed open the door, he goes, I'm just wondering if you could take a full load. And I'm guessing that means the gang RAP means all these nasty jackasses, as he actually download their freaking nasty ass, freaking vile energy into their victim and then send them on to see Osiris, which then they get attacked because they got all this shit inside of them. Yeah, well, where's forgiveness for that? Because it was this kind of bullshit that they were doing to the twin flames. Both of you, all of you. And these devil little jackwagons, yeah, fake apology, they're monsters. They've proven themselves to be heinous, freaking liars, man. Monsters, and they're losing their threads to all of the cosmic realms. All of them. Not just the thread of gold. All of the cosmic threads they're losing. Because they've been sucking the life out of their planetary living beings. They've been sucking the life out of them. So nobody wants them. They're like, whoa, man. Don't come around here, pirate. Don't come around here. No. Look, tapped into the infinite flow of the universe. Sacred pause. You're tapped into the infinite flow of the universe. We got this emperor here. He's tapped into the infinite flow of the universe. Oopsie. So we're in a sacred pause. There's preparations being made right now. Queen of Swords has stated the truth, getting her wish. These entities are getting kicked out of the secret garden, removed from divine timing. You barely made it. They're crying. They're all upset because the Emperor is like here doing this thing. And who knows who belongs with who, okay? But we got an Emperor here. We got Pop the Question. There could be some kind of a record, some kind of a communication. Something's going on. Emperor is popping the question, and we got Low Blow Joe, or whatever the hell you want to call him, that's been feeding on beautiful, innocent, young love, hopeful family, little young girls wanting to be a mother, man. And these assholes have been coming in and violating their sacred connection and their rainbow covenant with the celestial realms, and then laughing like, haha, yeah, you wish you could go back home, bitch. And then they've been treating them like shit when this other crackhead been fucking stepping in, wearing the identity, and then going up into the celestial realm as this sweet little heartbroken being, fucking on everybody, ruining reputations, damaging other celestial beings, sacrificing them, getting them caught up in webs so that they could go feed this, whatever the fuck this is. It's been feeding on everybody. They don't believe in love. They believe in the value of a soul, though. So God said, this is the sun shall never show for them again. Absolutely not. There will be no more lifetime story of Earth Woman or Earth Man. The sun shall not be entertainment for them anymore. They're very uneasy because you know the truth. You see the truth. Everybody sees the truth. They cause heartbreak for virgins of all ages with these violations and these ensnarements. They've attached themselves to the ancient teachings, the illuminated mind. Peace, man! By violating those who actually belong there. Honey, you're not on clearance. You are the light keeper. You're laying this shit to rest, and you're done explaining. It's like, fuck all the way off, you fucking prick. You know they're out there hunting you right now, and so does everybody in the celestial kingdom. All of those divine masculines, their divine feminines have been down here getting brutalized by these pieces of shit, while they've been getting fake apples to shag them and tag them and upload their demon attachments to them, lowering their value. They're going to be an eternal regret. Saying goodbye. Saying goodbye to this nasty profit system. The light keeper says nobody's taking your ticket, honey. They're not taking your glow up. You're free to go. The royal mother said, that's it. That's enough. You built the bridge. You were able to get the bridge. You were able to get this soul back on and to connect. And now everybody up there who has been having their wealth and their children, man, you're going to get a very good reward. You made it back and you brought centuries worth of knowledge back. Clarity. Ace of Swords, clarity regarding, low-level devils, jackasses in the community that were working together with the intention to keep you separate. Nasty jacks in the community working together to keep you and your proper match apart. The same effing community, man. They're probably casually your friend or something. What the hell? Yeah, they're losing their threads, their golden thread, all of the cosmic threads. You got soft armor, they can't touch it. They're like, whoa, why can't we touch her? What's she protected by? And it's like, wow. This is a real divine being. Activated, obviously. Bringing a storm, honey. You are the storm. Oh my goodness. You are the storm. They filled you up with their devil chaos and you became, look, let me find the card. Oh my goodness. They kept dumping this shit into you. Let me find it. I'm not kidding. All right. You're the storm. They kept dumping this shit. They and their Jezebel wearing these stupid little masks, getting together, going out, spreading devil sex everywhere, right? Chaos, lower vibrational sex magic, orgy magic, whatever you want to call it. They kept dumping it into your freaking field, hoping that you would be seen as that. And you kept taking that crap because you're the light keeper, right? So you freaking take that crap and you like transform it into the celestial power that is you. That's what you do. You take shit energy and then you alchemize it into pure gold. That's what you do. And these guys have been out there burying you in the whole world full of shit energy, and they just thought, well, it worked. They had no problem whatsoever trying to destroy the very one that was making their life pleasant. But you're not on clearance. You became the storm. They meant for it to swallow you, but, how can you send the light keeper a storm? What comes with light? Lightning, electric, celestial storms, right? You're full of all this fire. You got Jinn, they're the smokeless fire beings. But if you're a soprano, celestial being, what the heck, man? You got the supernova freaking Big Bang crap moving through you. You are the storm. They thought it was going to take you out and you just alchemized it and became the eye. You don't even need armor, because what is surrounding you is created from the shit that they kept concentrating into you. They try to touch on that. It's like it's their own stuff, but alchemized into your stuff. So it's, I don't know how that works, but apparently it's messing them up. That's justice. They ghosted you, treated you like an animal in past lives. They could have done some really foul stuff, and apparently it's just very, very bad. They betrayed you, replaced you, they hurt you, they romanticized their own life. They considered themselves conquerors of the sun. They were living in the celestial realms as though they had created the fucking kingdom. This punk ass bitch raping children. Yeah. It didn't have to be violent to be over, but it's gonna be. We're skybound. Yeah. Coming home. Coming home. They know they're in danger. They know you know their face. They know that your higher self knows what they've done. You're in full alignment. Your rainbow is, you've been activated. Woo, darling. Skybound. Journey, travel, distance. We got Earth. Somebody is going to go around, go back to Saturn. So those who betrayed you and romanticized their own life, we got violent, did not have to be violent to be an ending, and then we got skybound. So they're going away. It looks to me like they're leaving Earth and they're going to Saturn. That's what it looks like to me. Third-party enemies bringing destruction using words and acts of love to humanity. They tried to exterminate us. Nearly succeeded. And it's not just about humanity here. It's about all of the other planetary systems within the universe. And the life there. So there's a homecoming for the twin flames who had been used as rose exhibits, circulated around, and there's forgiveness for the jaguar and the lamb attacking you, whatever. We're not dealing with this devil anymore. You've exposed the devil. And we know that it's a manipulative gaslighting attempt to get back in the energy with this apology. They're losing their cosmic threads. They're losing their past. They can no longer travel at will. Nobody wants them. They're going to Saturn. Whoever Saturn is owned by, that's where they're going. And they're suffering delirium. And there's entities over there that have identified themselves as the Satan, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, okay. But they said that they're suffering delirium and they're upset because they're hanging themselves and they're breaking the neck and they're ruining perfectly good containers, is what these people are saying, with their delirium and their effort to take themselves out. They're no longer cosmically connected. There's no apology accepted. They're losing connection to the cosmic whatever. Nobody wants them. They're being rejected by whatever. Whoever. This competition with the women. With the divine women and their twin flames. This love-hate bullshit. We got a miracle for the history. There's a rebirth here in the sun. Healed, not hooked. We got freedom, detachment, and clarity. These people who were stalking your socials, this fake account crap, not every soul tie is forever. They're getting detached. Not every truth, or a truth that you never said, is still shaping your story. They're not mocking you anymore. There's an unopened letter. You could have written a letter. You might have tried to mail it. Somebody might have intercepted it lifetimes ago. You could have written a letter to explain something. Somebody could have hidden it. A truth you never said. Somebody withheld evidence and deceitfully convicted you of a crime and banished you lifetimes ago. You and your person are back together, and you're coming back, and there are significant changes. We got nasty jacks out here. They're still up there making plans. They're trying to survive now. They know they're in danger. They know what they've done. They know that every effort to remove you two and to stop you from coming together has failed. They're still wanting very much to make sure that happens. They want to get you both out of here at the same time. You're in the Six of Swords. You're releasing the baggage. Shocking news to a trickster phony mirror. There's death. Somebody may have died. It was not love. The fantasy has crashed. The truth has been exposed. They're exhausted watching all of these reruns about what has happened to you in history, because everything that they have done to you now has to be done to them. You are being rewoven into the cosmic threads and this golden thread, and you're re-entering into the secret garden. It could be that you are the originator of the garden, or it could just very well be that they have discovered the originator of this fraud, and that very well could be this phony trickster illusionist that's been wearing your heart, your necklace, your shattered heart. Shocking news for a trickster. The mirror has died. The mirror has died. Apparently they hanged themselves, according to the invisible man. They're upset that they ruined their perfectly good container. They can't put a replacement into the container because they broke the neck. So they can't put a replacement and continue the show. They've lost connection to the cosmic. They can't enter any other planetary system or whatever system. Nobody wants them there. Everybody sees the truth. Look, deluded attachments. They've got deluded attachments. They got stuck with their deluded attachments. They're stuck in Fantasyland now. Yep, they're stuck in Fantasyland. You cut through the truth. You're bringing clarity. You're being rewoven. What you're saying is true. People are gaining a new perspective about you. They could be gaining a new perspective regarding animals in general. Light a candle. The thief won't be thieving anything. The thief might be trying to light a candle. You can't fix them. You tried. So you tried to fix them. You lowered your vibration. We're currently, according to somebody, now I haven't verified this, so please verify. Don't believe anything I say, all right? So, you can't fix them. You tried. You know what they did? They gave you their deluded attachments. They offloaded it onto you and then stuck you here and said it was you. It wasn't you. They forced you to carry the blame and the shame and the burden of what they are, and it's just not you. So it's very clear because that you can't fix them, because the healing frequency of the planet has significantly increased to, like, what I heard was 80 gigahertz, and I could be wrong. Please don't. It used to be 7.83. Something's happening. Everybody's awakening. These people, so they could be trying to do black magic on people to try to their fraud's not working. Their black magic is backfiring. The extortion, the foolish plans, the robbery, the corruption, it's all reversing on them. The infinite masks are flipping. The tables have turned. You've got a heart like a lotus flower receiving a gift. Somebody could be receiving a gift. Whatever this is that they have done to your sacral chakra, to your so I heard the other day that the damage that they did with their prostitution of the energy and the spirit and the bodies of everybody, it's being healed, or it has healed. Somebody out there has been healed. And what they did to your sacral chakra, to your sexual environment, is going to come back on them. And it's about ready to come back on them hard. It's going to hurt. Their plans have failed, man. Oh, yes, because look, what they want does not want them. They're not receiving a soul activation. Lights out. And that's sad news. You didn't go the wrong way. They're not able to tap into the ancient teachings because you have the magic of the nymphs, and you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix. You've risen. Yeah. Those karmic bonds, those who bound themselves, karmic bonds, their prayers are useless. Unforgiven, abomination, divine intervention again. They were very unjust. Whatever they did to you that was unjust is going back on them. Well, I don't know about the past lives, but this has been thousands of years, guys. They've got deluded attachments that tell them if they can capture the 3D body of whatever of you, that they can get rid of both of you at the same time. So they're really out there trying to pinpoint who you are. On 3D. So it could very well be that these cosmic threads in these other places have been having delirium, and it's because of the presence of these nasty nitwits, man. These devil with these all these attachments and this devil fire chaos that they've been sexing into everybody. It's probably not just this particular planet that's been suffering this craziness. I've heard the woman that pulled the feeding tube out of my back in 2018 or whatever that was now. She had stated that some of you, some of me, this was not our first rodeo, that we've done what we're doing here for other planets as well. We kind of got trapped here, and then they started making movies and broadcasting it throughout the cosmos as though we had fallen from grace, and it was nothing more than a lie. We were here kicking ass. We were we were becoming the eye of the storm. That which was meant to destroy us, we now command. As light keepers. And we're done, because the children don't deserve that kind of shit, you know? They deserve to be able to play, and they should not have their world freaking ripped out from them, their soul value sucked out of them by these freaking shady mask wearers. It's so cool that the mission was successful. They're still here, you know, people are still going to perish. It's not over yet. They're still in existence, and they haven't vacated the premises yet as they have been commanded. They demand that you and I are their appetizer, and they want to eat. They want to eat light keepers. This is a black hole POS. They're losing their connection to the gold because they've been consuming it. They love the gold, honey, and they're losing their connection to it. They're needless feeders, rotting corpses. They're mad when their puppets hurt their container because they can't put another principality in it and continue the show. So we got the Nine of Cups. You could be getting a wish granted. You have revealed the truth about this hidden things, this secret accounts. These secret accounts busting in, stealing treasure. Yeah. You have identified the infiltrators. You're tapped into the flow of the universe. There's no more power struggle between ego and heart. The shadow of the past was sending out mixed signals. Your soul came back online. Your energy has returned. God is blocking these people or him for you. That's what the card says. The card says him. You're between worlds. You're not lost. You're becoming something more. You're coming back into whoever it is, your authority and status. And these people are upset that you're being gifted what they took from you deceitfully. And then they turned the place into a freaking brothel and a slaughterhouse. These people, these men that were supposed to be, you know, guides and guardians for the children were sodomizing them. It was so freaking bad. So fortunately the bridge was mended, and it's so beautiful. He is brilliant. He rebuilt the bridge. His father taught him everything. These nasty jacks were freaking complaining about it. And he was able to build the bridge. Now everything is seen. Everything is known. Everything is changing. Petty gains, man. Petty gains. This person is getting rejected because they were here for petty gains. They were violating souls. They were violating divine souls for petty gain. God said they are the new fodder. These people in this place that had done things like that to gain profit, they're like, oh, they see you down there struggling, you make it to the gate, and then they're like, they knock you down and they give your initiate reward, your gifts and all of that to some other jackass who didn't do any work. They just kick you out, and they did that. They stole the honor of divine beings so freaking many times, and sent us back down here to feed whatever this starving thing is. There's an entity down here that is, look, man, they're disconnected from source, but they need to feed. And whatever these people are that don't believe in love, they agreed to feed it. They're being disconnected from the cosmos, man. Not just the thread of gold, this particular celestial kingdom, but all of them. The suffering that you have gone through has helped so many other people, places, species, entities, planets, systems. There's nothing small about it. There's nothing low vibrational, low value. There's nothing, what the celestial beings have moved through here is amazing. What you have brought to the attention of the freaking cosmos has such incredible value. These people are being condemned by the freaking cosmos. Toxic ties, shady mask wearers. Betraying their commitment. Protector turns into assassin, identity thief, cosmic harvester. Cosmic harvester. It's not just about this one thread of gold. It's about cosmic shit, man, throughout the entire galaxy. They're being condemned. These are universal pirates. They're everywhere, man. Having a great time with their slavery system and their punishing freaking pain system. Ew, but now everything's seen and they're not taking nothing from the light keeper again. No. There's like, they talk about 15-minute cities and all this shit, right? Well, I don't know what their agenda is, but there is a new agenda. There's heightened security. We got Shapeshifter Agent Smiths, but all of the experiences that you have had and the knowledge that you have cosmically connected have offered opportunity to generate and manifest new and improved solutions for protecting the inner sun of the celestial children and the wealth of the kingdoms. So, yeah, the light keeper is free. You became the eye of the storm. You're laying this crap to rest. You're done explaining. You're just done. You're walking away. You're like, hey, I survived the storm. Okay, now it's your turn. Because one of the things they said at one of the slaughterings was, practice what you preach. Because you're out here trying to guide people, right, into love, into this beautiful existence, being strong, being able to weather the storm and still wear a smile, hold your coffee without spilling it, get the damn job done without losing your shit or your connection to source. You don't fall into the double fire. You get it done. And you're here to teach people how to do that. But these nasty asses felt small, and so they just decided to try to, do a thing. They decided to try to compete with the woman. And those guardians that swore to protect them. Now I'm going to cut some slack to some of these guardians, because some of these innocent, pure ones were replaced and perfectly mimicked, while their essence, their energy, their soul value, all that stuff was like being impersonated. So I'll cut some slack there, but man, what a bummer, man. To find out this kind of stuff has been going on, and it's just so disheartening to realize, Fortunately for me, I have short-term memory. I'm just going with the flow of the universe. I'm like, I'm in the river. That's what I got going on. So anyway, the Lightkeeper, nobody's taken the Lightkeeper's ticket back home. Done explaining. We're protecting the energy. The collaboration with these get-rich-quick, love don't pay the rent, bullshit artist, mask-wearing, soul-harvesting identity thieves. Universal, freaking cosmic. They're running around spreading delirium and delusion everywhere. They're like losing, they're getting cut off, man. People value their lives, their peace, their ability to be their own supply and support. Damn. So we're not doing no more third-party situations. That's it. They underestimated the error of their ways regarding infidelity. We're not doing it anymore. There could be, because think about it, cosmic energy, they nearly destroyed the freaking planet. How many other planets did they destroy using cosmic energy? They got nuclear plants and stuff, but cosmic energy? Come on, man. No more third parties. It says, I was foolish to underestimate the impact of infidelity. They should have valued the connection more than their desire. They had no self-control. They had no ability to stand firm and be a good example for the children. Instead, they became what they became. They're not taking your ticket. You're free of them. This enslavement, this weave, this thing, this web that they've been trying to trap everybody in. You became this storm. You have soft armor. There's no reason for you to have hard armor. You're surrounded by this freaking storm. Drinking your tea, your coffee. The universe recognizes you and is surrounding you, keeping you safe from this malarkey. They see you for who you are. Oh, they're so mad. They're so mad at your support system and your protection. They're in a tower. There's divine intervention. The Queen of Swords is speaking the truth and getting her wish. These entities are being moved out of divine time and the secret garden. They lost you, and they lost him too. His father taught him everything. Now, I don't know. This could very well be his father. Maybe you and he kind of got together to rise up out of this, and you're returning home. Maybe this emperor is, I don't know what this is. Maybe he is the emperor. Take it as it resonates, okay? They're back together again is one of the complaints of these ones. Oh no, they're back together. They've been keeping you apart for centuries, and they failed this time. The illusion is cracked. Everybody can see. You evolved in the suffering of the shadow. You got tricky. You went AWOL. freaking went all spontaneous on everybody. You stopped making plans and you just started flowing. And I think that's what the universe sees. Cosmic threads flow, right? Glow. Where is it coming from? What's it hooked to? How's it being used? Oh, they're crying. They're heartbroken that you made it out. And that he's being kicked out. They didn't like your perspective. They didn't want to do it like you. Ow! Ow! So they lost you. You're making a power move. This is the final straw, Divine Feminine. You guys barely made it out alive. You're entering into your destiny. Most certainly. This is an Emperor. You know how they used to say anyway, that cleanliness is next to godliness. Anybody who is messy isn't powerful, you know, and blah, 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 blah. They got so much crap to say about those people who are doing their shadow work, man. You know, oftentimes don't have time to freaking vacuum the rug, whatever, you know. You restored clarity. You've restored clarity. You stopped, you got away. You stopped letting them beat your brain up with alcohol. You restored clarity. You chose sobriety. You got control over your consciousness, your mind, your energy. You were able to command yourself and bring your soul back online and then tap back in to the universe. So you were able to stop doing these abusive, addictive things that they have been getting you hung up on, you know. And the bad thing about these nasty ass jacks is that they get people into these high value souls and beautiful lights. They stick them with the lowest vibrational families ever that are permanently stuck in the low realm where there's no diamonds, darling. There's not even lights. That's where my mother was. So you got shallow Hal, tagging flowers, shagging and tagging, hooking into the freaking rainbow covenant, and then claiming that, well, I'm a son of God. Yes, darling. They're in a trap. They're in a trap. They fell into their own trap. Heartbreak. The truth has been revealed. Ace of Swords about this jackass and the community that conspired together to keep you two apart. You have soft armor, you are the storm, and you're delivering a fatal blow. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. So this is justice for detaching you, for ghosting you, for treating you like an animal in the past life. They could have put you inside of an animal body in a past life and slaughtered you, effed you, brutalized you. I had a vision of some man holding a pig, a small pig. I had not seen one. It didn't look like a boar, but it didn't look like the pink pig either, and it didn't look like the mini pig. It was a little brown pig. It had short hair, maybe a half-inch long, and it was in his arms, and it looked at me like with no feeling whatsoever. Like there was no feeling. It just looked at me like I was a piece of shit. So it's like these entities, some of them are going into the pigs, I guess. These devils. These devils that have been sacrificing twin flames. Man, that's bad. They're not only losing the golden thread to this particular celestial kingdom, but they're losing all of the threads to the cosmos, man. And then we got between worlds. God is blocking him for you. God is blocking him for you. We got between worlds. Like, they can't visit any world. No world within the cosmos can they visit. Because they've been abusing people for petty gain. So, yeah, they treated you like an animal. They chose a third party. They betrayed you. They romanticized their own freaking life. They considered themselves conquerors of the sun. They considered themselves conquerors of the cosmos, the galaxy. Everybody on every planet, they thought they had it in the bag, baby. But now, they're skybound. It did not have to be violent to be final. They could have just left everybody alone. But now they got to leave Earth. They got to get out of here. Go on. Get off the planet Earth. Skybound. They got to go over there to Saturn. Go on. They got to go over to Saturn. It's going to be real violent. You guys got to kind of go. Get over there. Go on. Some of them want to stay behind. They want to be the hero. I need a hero. Yeah, they want to stay behind. They want to be that wild boy that's crawling around, creeping around in the forest, looking to get some influential or easily influenced young person so that they can work their word magic and their hypnosis on their mind. So that they can take out Corn Woman again, the sustainer, the one that is there to supply services from the cosmic realm. So this whacked out freaking psycho is crawling around in the freaking forest waiting for his opportunity. Yeah, they're getting cut out, man. They got to go back to Saturn. I don't know. They got to go back to Saturn. Maybe Saturn is the place where people with delusions go. Zombies. The living dead. A sense of foreboding fills the air and weighs on your mind. A lurking menace stalks you and keeps you alert. You could have a stalker. I know there's a stalker. There's definitely a 3D stalker. They think that if they can take out the 3D vessel, that somehow it'll make them feel better. I don't know, man. It did not have to be violent to be final. Yeah, danger is approaching. Somebody said that his army was reptilian and that her army was celestial. We got the Four of Wands, homecoming, for the twins that had been sacrificed and used as an exhibit. There is forgiveness for being attacked. The mirrors, the illusions, they were using our own cosmic energy in order to cast this baneful magic, these illusions, these webs, these curses. The curses are broken. We're not accepting fake apologies. We're not dealing with with this charming person. Yeah, they're losing cosmic threads. They're delusional. And we've got digital detox in the reverse. We keep repeating the same patterns with our phones, and it never ends well. When we learn to limit our screen time and be more present. So they're delusional. They're getting separated from cosmic threads because they refuse to stop messing around with this AI stuff, creating pornography, this digital content, and then broadcasting it throughout the cosmos of these highly valuable cosmic queens and empresses and high priestesses and whatnot. Even the boys,
Look at what we did to this royal son. Oh.
Yeah, whatever, okay? They're deluded, man. They're getting cut out. Because they won't stop fucking around with AI. They won't stop fucking around with AI. We are organically, original communication system, transmitter receivers, divine, cosmically connected to source. And we are here to receive those true blue, beautiful creator messages and warnings. And you got these people who are out there, they're scrambling people's minds with this AI freaking technology, man. This Wi-Fi tower streaming radio shows of I hate myself through the fucking mind of people, you know, scrambling their inner frequency, their natural frequency with this crap. They won't stop. So they're losing connection to everybody. They won't stop causing delusions or delirium. All that shit is going to go back on them. They all have to experience it now. And they're pissed. Their principalities, their galactic, you know, pirate friends or whatever, they're upset because they're they're ruining perfectly good containers when they eliminate themselves. They can't put anybody back in the container, reanimate the freaking body, and then continue the show. I don't know. There's something about their replicators. I don't know if that system went down a few months back, but it just occurred to me that they were complaining about their replicators. Five of Swords, competition with those who love to hate you. Whatever, your dreams are coming true. The history of the sun, memories of the sun, rebirth. You're getting a rebirth. Your memories are coming back. Your memories are being reborn. You're remembering. You're gaining clarity. You're getting detached from these jackasses that have been throwing their hate into your mind. And that thing that I hate myself out of, you know, I'm so ugly, I'm so this, I'm so that. These people have been projecting that shit into the minds of the collectives. We are transmitter receivers, divinely connected, and these assholes wanted us to be seen as that. They've been here with their little word magic and their hypnotism shits, and then they're projecting, they're concentrating on somebody, projecting their shit into them before they sacrifice them and then take their soul value. Yeah, nasty ass fuckers are getting detached from the galactic whatever. We still got some pirates up there that at one point identified as a Satan. I don't know if it's the same group, you know, but they're still in that position right here. So whatever that means. Whatever that means, yeah, germination. They will not be marrying into a clan. That's their MO. They marry into clans. They called it a clan. So in order to conquer their enemy, they have to pretend to love those that they hate, and then they marry into the clan of a celestial person, and then they said a year. After a year, they did a replacement with a lookalike, and they maintained the connection with the covenant because they replaced it while hiding the true blue, tucked them away between a rock and a hard place, and then just drew off of them their identity, everything, and then live that life. So they're not going to be marrying into any family trees here. No, F off. Go away. Because they were bringing devastation to celestial kingdoms by marrying into the tribes or the clans that they wanted to destroy. They siphoned all of the value out of it, all of the power out of it. This thing, whatever they're feeding here. So in the reverse position, this card reads, I'm working on my divine feminine side to gather the strength to protect this seedling. I want to be more nurturing and loving toward this new beginning. So divine feminine is like, got her hand there, and she's like, she's got the strength to protect the seedling. And these a-holes have been trying to destroy the divine feminine, the one who can be in labor with her body being torn and bleeding, bringing forth new life, man. They tried to eliminate her strength to do such things, and it's crazy. They can't mock you anymore. They can't mock you. Nobody's mocking you anymore. You're a miracle. You're bringing a miracle. You're bringing all of your memories. So there was a rebirth, a sacrifice, and a rebirth. You were seen innocent of what they accused you of, and you brought forth all of the memories of every lifetime, every face, every place, every experience, every true intention of those that you had encountered and those that were being supported by your celestial bank account. You were able to bring the truth of the memories back to the lion, your celestial father. You are healed and you are no longer hooked. You've done a successful mission. You are free. So you brought all of those memories back, and these people that have a crazy obsession with you are losing signal. They're being released. Not every soul tie is forever. They're skybound, or maybe you're skybound. Take it as it resonates. Danger is approaching. There's an unopened letter. Somebody didn't open a letter. Somebody said something. Something that you didn't say is still shaping your story. There's evidence. There's a sealed letter. Something that you meant to say. Somebody could have intercepted evidence, your testimony, something that you didn't say is still shaping your story. There's evidence here that still needs to come forth. Yeah, they can't mock you, and you're stopping them. It's like, no. You got the strength. You have the strength to protect these beautiful new seedlings, divine feminine. That's why you're the mother. And these jackasses tried to strip the mother of all of her value and her privilege and right to protect the seedlings from Cornholio. They made it a fucking great dance festival for themselves while trying to destroy the mother. So you're in your Six of Swords boat. Shocking news for the trickster phony. The mirror is receiving death. It wasn't love. The truth is exposed. The fantasy has crashed. Everything that has been happening to you is going to happen to them. They have deluded attachments. These things are theirs. They've been projecting them into the minds of empaths and psychics and celestial beings, true celestial beings, and then they've been trapping them here, saying that they were that. You've cut through the illusion with the truth, and we're stepping back on and reflecting, gaining a new perspective regarding the value of animals. Now the canine, I know, is a great protector. For those of us who were left alone, sometimes the only friend that we had to remind us that we were loved, that we were worthy of love, and that we would have somebody to love and appreciate us regardless of our circumstance or value, our perceived value, our wealth, right? So there's a new perspective gained on what appears to me the canine. You're being rewoven. I did have a vision of a pit bull, a big, beautiful gray pit bull, with big, beautiful wings, as big as its body. And so the pit bull has ascended, which as it should. Very, very gentle creatures, which are forced to be bait dogs or fight for their lives. And you know what? That's just so repulsive to me that these jerks did that. So they got their wings. You're delivering a fatal blow, Miss Stormy. Miss Storm, oh please, I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you Stormy, but it could be stormy weather. Yes, because Mr. Routine, shag it and tag it, and is getting abandoned. They abandoned your love. They abandoned whatever. So, yeah, the mirrors, everybody's has been dressing up in this celestial energy, calling themselves empresses and shit. Teddy bear boys, there's no maturity. Gaining a new perspective. They act like animals. They have less value than the actual animal. They tried to destroy the mother when it was the animal who proved to the mother they were worthy of love, of protection. Jackasses. Yeah, these pedophiles, they need a lifesaver. Your family, your celestial family is on their ass. They have been capturing the children and doing really heinous things to them and then condemning them for being prostitutes and shit. These fucktards portraying themselves as upper dimensional celestial beings. What's going on? Yeah, your family is kicking their ass. All right, so what's going on with Mr. Teddy Bear Boy, Mr. Pedophile, dressing himself up in celestial energy from harming beautiful children of these celestial realms? He's getting an ultimatum for consuming the fucking children. He needs a lifesaver. He needs a lifesaver. Your twin flame is here from... Your twin flame is with you. You're from across distances right here. You and your twin flame are there. You're together. They couldn't stop it. Stormy Monday. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da da. Do 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 do. Oh, da da da. Mola. Hey, honey. They messed with the wrong one, didn't they? Yes, they did. Somebody said, I hope you enjoyed fucking around with her because she's psychic. He didn't say that. He was younger. He just said, I hope you had fun with her because she's psychic. I'm the one who swore. I'm the one who swears sometimes. Well, all right, everybody. I mean, that's the message. That's the message. So now I feel a lot better when I say Jack Wagon or Nasty Jack. It's this Nasty Jack. Yeah, the jackass, not somebody actually named Jack. All right, everybody, that's the message. See you on the next one. Bye.